Yeah, welcome, Mansa Mayne.
Appreciate it, my brother. Appreciate
how do you say your name again?
Mansa Mayne. Or
Mansa
Tepo.
Mayne. Tepo.
Or Tepo, yes.
Okay, I'm about to tell you a story, by the way, because I gave you a name many years ago. Okay.
Really?
Maybe not many years ago. Maybe a year or two. I don't remember. But you responded to a video I made 14 years ago on YouTube, and the video was how to say Xhosa clicks, and you were reacting to that video. And here's the video. So I used to make videos many years ago.
Okay. On YouTube.
On YouTube.
This is you.
That's me. What the dreadlocks.
I remember that. No.
That was me. Yep, that was me.
Bruh.
That was me. And to think that video was...
Yo, hold on. Can I see it again? What date was that?
This was, let's see.
2 years ago.
2 years. So that means that was...
Dang, it's got a lot of comments too.
Yeah. So that means it... Oh, in fact, wait. The very first comment is mine. Read the first
This
comment.
was really good, especially considering this was your first effort. I feel like I need to continue these Xhosa lessons. You are now an honorary Xhosa. Someone give me a Xhosa name, maybe. Oh, wait a minute.
Maybe Kakambile.
Kakambile.
Yeah.
Kakambile. Yes. Did I respond? Did I put a message out of there?
Oh, did you respond? Actually, I didn't check if you responded to that. No, you were not moved.
I wasn't moved. No, I was. I don't know what happened.
No, but I also think that I saw it like maybe after you'd posted many other videos after that. So yeah, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mansa Mayne. He is an American YouTuber who's moved, I don't know, or hoping to have moved to South Africa.
Trying, in the process.
And Mansa really gained fame in South Africa after he started responding to South African music and other South African cultural phenomena. What always surprised me was how you'd be responding to things like John Vulligate. And I'm like, how is this guy responding to John Vulligate and he's never been to South Africa? And then there was another one that like you responded like to South African ads like Nando's, making fun of McDonald's, and it's like, how does it know all these things?
Look.
So yeah, and also one more thing that Mansa Mayne about you is that you've got a track out. Kuzobamnandi, my piano track.
For sure.
Yeah. So welcome.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate you having me.
Thank you for coming through. We really appreciate you for coming through. So so how do you think your Xhosa is since my great and amazing teaching skills?
It was a good intro. It was definitely a good intro course, you know what I'm saying? But once I got to Cape Town, that's when I really, you know what I'm saying, I'm in the internship now. Like, I'm here. I'm doing the thing. So, like, I've learned a lot since actually being in Cape Town.
Yeah. So I actually just want to get into it. What made you fall in love? Because I know that like one of the very first videos that made you feel maybe curious about South Africa was Narcissi, right?
Yes.
You responding to him. So was this a nature of, did that lead you to other South African songs?
It did. So so that was the first thing I reacted to was Nasty C, and then after that, like my channel blew up, and then people started recommending other kind of South African rappers and things like that, and then it got into I'm a Piano, I think was next.
What was this? Did Gqom was not around yet, or was it dying?
No, I think it was dying or something. Because like I don't know, I never got into the Gqom. But surprisingly, like that's my favorite genre for being out here.
Oh
yes, I love.
Okay.
Gqom. Yes, I love it. But yeah, it was I'm a Piano next, and then like it got into other stuff as far as just like South African content as like. The culture and things like that, and that's when I really fell in love because it made me very interested. And then when I came out here, I seen it, and I was like, "Yo, I didn't want to go back."
So, but like, where in the States are you from? I know we said Kentucky,
Louisville,
right?
Kentucky, yeah.
What Louisville?
Louisville.
How many people?
So, in difference, like if you're not from Louisville, you're not gonna pronounce it as Louisville. So like outside of Louisville, they pronounce it Louisville.
Oh.
Yeah, and how did you pronounce it?
Louisville? I don't know.
He kind of pronounced it like a
Okay.
Louisville person. Yeah.
Okay, so it's L-O, how do you spell it?
Louis, like Louis.
Oh,
Louis
okay.
and VIL.
So it's French. It's like one of those.
I
Like,
think it
it's almost
is.
like what? Say it
I
Louisville.
think Louisville.
Louisville.
Louisville, yeah.
Sounds okay. Sounds a little French.
Yeah.
Okay, and your family is all there.
All in Louisville. Well, some in Louisville, some in Atlanta, some in LA, and yeah.
And what did your parents say, and your friends say when they said, "Guys, I want to go and check out the Dark Continent"?
Look, I told my cousin this because me and my cousin actually worked together. And I told him every day, I was like, I'm leaving. I'm going to Africa. I'm going to South Africa. I don't care. I'm quitting my job. Like, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Because I was tired. I was bored of America. Like, it was just an everyday thing, like working a 9 to 5 and just doing that. I was like, look, I'm quitting and I'm leaving. And I don't think he believed me until I left. So I left, and then he hits me up. He actually called me right before this podcast. And he was like, yo, like, he always checks up on me and stuff. But he's very happy that I'm here and stuff like that. And then my family, like my sister, my mom, I think they were just nervous, that I was going to another country by myself. You know what I'm saying? It's like it was foreign to them, but not really foreign to me because I've been reacting on the content. I know a bit about what I'm going to.
Uh-huh.
So for me, it wasn't really like, going to something foreign, but for them, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to a foreign land.
Did they trust your decision, even though they were a bit reluctant?
Yeah, they trusted me, but they were still a little reluctant. They was just a little iffy about it. Until I got here, they seen I was good. They seen I had friends and stuff like that. Now they like, you stay out there. My mom all the time, you stay out there.
We don't need you back.
Yeah. My mom's like, you don't want to come home. Price of potatoes going up. Eggs is like so and so. Like, you stay over there. So.
Oh wow. So what job did you have?
So I worked as I work for a company called Humana, which is a very huge company in Louisville. It's a healthcare company, healthcare company. And what I did was I worked with the selling agents who sold the healthcare. Yeah. So they would call me, and I would just give them information about what they're selling or information on the clients that they've signed up, like if they're good or if they need to renew and things like that. So it was a pretty simple job. I just had to know a lot of information on healthcare, and then. Because the agents never knew nothing. Like, I felt like I was doing their job. They just had to go out there and just smile. And I was doing their job in the background, but it was smooth, though.
And then so you were doing this while you were making
While I was making YouTube videos, yeah. And before that, I was also being a personal trainer. I was also a personal trainer as well.
All right. Explains the sharp jaw.
Yeah. So I was a personal trainer, and I did that as well. So.
Okay.
And YouTube. So I was doing everything. Trying to make some money.
So what made you? Because I always wonder about people who sustain their YouTube interest. What is it about them that causes to say, you know what, I'll keep on with this. I'm pushing, because at the beginning, it's always like the numbers are not particularly encouraging. But unless you like the fact that like, wow, today I have. Yesterday I had 5 years, today I have 7.
That was me.
It's amazing. Okay, I was the same when I started.
So when I first started, I was just doing it for fun, man. Like it wasn't even about like reacting to anything. Like I was just documenting. Like I cut my hair, or actually I didn't cut my hair. I got dreads at the time.
I know.
And I just wanted to document my dreads. So that's why I made my YouTube channel.
Oh wow.
So I was just documenting my dreads, and then I kind of grew a little audience from doing that. And then they told me to react to some stuff. So I was just reacting to like American music, United Kingdom music, and I just kind of did that for a little bit while documenting my dreads, and then somebody told me to react in SEC, so that's how that started.
So just like did that comment? I don't know if you'll remember it, but the one who asked you to
react in
SEC, what was the specific comment, if you recall?
So during that time, I would just get a lot of people request me to react.
And did they say that Mansa is South African or?
I don't really remember.
You don't remember?
I think they did, because I think I was thinking like, South Africa, like how? Because it was so random out of all the stuff that I had people requesting, and I was just like, let me just check it out, because I didn't even think he was speaking English. Like I knew nothing about South Africa at the time, so I was like, let me just check it out. Let me see what he's talking about. So then I reacted to it. I was like, yo, this is actually fire. It was Nasty C Jungle.
Yeah.
And it was actually fire. So after that, I just kept checking him out.
And is it, I'm assuming, was it mostly South Africans who commented like on the Nasty C video?
Yes.
And then
they came in numbers like, yo. They was just.
We obviously are a very insecure people. Like, oh
I
my
was
God,
like, what?
an American likes us.
I was so I didn't know what was going on. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then so for me at first the views was very, very slow. But like I like the fact that I was growing a community. Like that's what I really enjoyed about YouTube in the beginning was building my community, building my fan base up and just like having people to interact with on YouTube. Like it was just like my own community and things like that. So that's what I really enjoyed. And
Okay.
it just got bigger and bigger and bigger over time.
What is the thing that you feel triggered that growth for you?
Definitely reacting to South African.
Okay.
Like Nasty C. Show Mad Josie was another one that.
Which one? Which
Show Mad
song?
Josie.
Yeah, which
John
one?
Cena.
Oh, John Cena.
That was another one that went viral for me.
Okay.
And then John Vulligate.
John Vulligate.
And then Stormzy. It was UK though, but that went viral for me in the UK, and I got a lot from that. But yeah, it just kept growing. Just different things just kept building up.
And were you living at home or you had your own?
Okay. Well, story. My mom kicked me out the house.
What did you do?
She came to my job with an apartment application out of nowhere. I was like, yo, you kicking me out? I was so confused. I was like, Mom, you don't love me no more? Like, I was like, yo. So, yeah, she came with the application.
So while you at work? So
while I'm at work.
And she's like,
yo. I'm over here helping somebody, you know what I'm saying, lift weights. I'm a personal trainer, remember? I'm over here helping people. She come with the application. She said, nah, you need to fill this out. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Do you still love me? Like, what's going on? So, yeah, she took it over and I got approved for it or whatever. So then she made me move out. So I was at home doing YouTube, working, personal training, doing it all.
You know, I always find it very interesting. Were you doing all of those at the same time?
So at first, I was doing the personal training, and then I got into the healthcare, and I was kind of doing both. And then I quit the personal training, did the healthcare and YouTube at the same, because I couldn't juggle all three. It was just too much.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I was going to say this because I always found it very fascinating how people in the States seem to have 3-4 jobs at the same time.
You got to. The cost of living is too much.
You know, I was the 1 year I was visiting my sister in DC. So I'm in DC and I catch an Uber, and in the Uber the guy is like he's Somali, my Uber driver.
Mm-hmm.
And he was listening to some South African artists that like from the 80s.
Really?
And I did not expect this guy to be listening to the South African artists. And then he told me about a friend of his who lives in New York, and how this guy is an Uber driver, but has 3 other jobs. Hardly sees his family.
I can see it.
Hardly sees his family. The family that he's working very hard for. And it says in DC, this guy I was talking to, so it says in DC, the only thing he does is drive Ubers, and he's enjoying time with his family.
Really?
Yeah, which is quite...
how long ago was this?
This is 2019.
Oh, wasn't too long.
Yeah, it was literally now, just 2019.
Yeah.
Just before the pandemic.
Uber must have been paying him nice. He must be doing some good hours for Uber.
Yeah, maybe. Okay, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. So, and did your mom say why she wanted you to move out?
I don't know. I don't know if she wanted her privacy or something. You know what I mean? But I don't know what it was. So she was like, "Nah, you need to get out." So,
Okay.
But she wasn't like, it wasn't like she was mean about it. She was like kind of nice about it. But I was like, dang, you know?
You know, like I actually saw a video of yours that I was very curious about. And that was about being a majority, part of a majority in South Africa versus in the States where you are a minority.
Yeah.
So I had a friend who lived here in South Africa, and is American. He comes from New York. And I asked him a question, and I said, "What made you decide to live in South Africa? Like, what was it?" And he said he'd been in South Africa for 10 years at the time. And the reason he had stayed in South Africa for that long was because when 9/11 happened, he happened to be in South Africa.
Oh.
And then
they wouldn't let him come back?
Yeah, no, he couldn't leave, obviously, at the time. But at the same time, he was like, I am not going back there.
Yeah.
You know, because who knows what else is going to happen. But he said for him, what he really enjoyed about South Africa was that he'd never felt as free. He's a black guy. He'd never felt as free as a black male as it did when he was here.
Definitely.
And he said you couldn't explain the feeling that you get, because in the States, well, especially living in New York, so I don't know about Kentucky, is that he felt like, you know, even if you talk nicely to a cop and the cop talks to you, they could just go off at you. Oh, you got an attitude, eh? And you're being polite.
Yes.
And here, all you have got to do is to be polite. And it says for the first time in his life, he had this feeling where he felt like there was this weight that he's not carrying with him anymore when he came here. So, what kind of, is there a sense, a different thing that you feel by being here versus when you're back home?
It definitely is. Definitely the cop thing. These facts about, because like in Kentucky, it's just like, so I know New York, there's got to be more of like a minority for us in Kentucky than New York for sure. So like being in Kentucky, I know what he means by like the cops. I got pulled over so many times just for anything, not having a seatbelt on. My license plate light was out. You know, they followed me into my driveway because my license plate was out. Told me to get out the car. They wouldn't let me go home. They wouldn't let me go inside. Like I had to show them my driver's license to prove that I lived there. It was just too much. Like things like that. Like I don't know how to explain the feeling, but just an example like that. Like I feel like that's something I wouldn't have to worry about here. You know what I mean? So.
And I mean, and being here, like what's that like? Because I'll give it. There's an article that I read as well about a guy, this lady. Her name was called Timogo Fraser. I think that's her name, but I wish I could still remember it. Like an American model, and this is like years ago. I read this article a very long time ago, and she said she came to South Africa. I think there's a L'Oreal thing, there's a hair thing, and she said she saw billboards with black people. Yes, and she was like, in the States, it's not something that you see.
Even those commercials, like, you know what I mean? Yes.
Where you never get to see yourself. And for her, she came here and she was so moved. And I remember reading this article and I'm like, this is so interesting that for her, it's a thing. Right? It's something that we just take for granted. We don't even think about because we just see billboards. Okay, it's another billboard.
Right.
So, I mean,
I think being surrounded by that as well just makes you feel comfortable. Makes you feel like you're a part of, you know what I'm saying, your surroundings. Like being in the U.S., I mean, being in Kentucky for sure, like she said, like the billboards mostly gonna be Caucasian, or you know what I mean. The commercials, that's mostly what you see. I feel like now since the Black Lives Matter movement and just like everyone trying to diversify, it's getting better. But it's like it feels forced. You know what I'm saying? It's not forced here. It is what it is. So, yeah.
And I'm actually quite curious about this because here, so you have black people, you have white people, Indians, colored. When did you hear the expression colored people? Because I know that in the States it could be seen as a bit of an offensive word to refer to, you know.
I was a bit confused at first, but like, because nobody really uses that word in the U.S. Like that was way back, you know what I'm saying, back then. So like nobody even says that no more. So I was just interested. Once I learned about what it was just
when people see you,
they think I'm colored. Yes, they start speaking Afrikaans to me and everything. I'm like, not at all.
Okay, all right. And I know that like your music.
Kuzo Bamnandi. Yes. Stream it all platforms, YouTube, Apple Music, all that.
Yeah, what inspired that?
So I wanted to make music. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. I didn't want to make rap. I didn't want to make hip-hop, R&B. I wanted to do something different as like a U.S. artist. So I was actually inspired by Amapiano because I felt like I reacted to it. Like when I reacted to it was like when it first started or whatever. So I was like, let me just try it.
And how's the response been?
It's been good. So like I'm coming up on 400,000 views on YouTube on the music video, and then it's getting played on SABC1 on the radio. So
Oh,
It's
okay.
been good. It's been
Okay,
good.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. SABC one. We'll see you SABC one.
Yeah, shout out
And
SABC one.
because that is millions of eyeballs. Eh? That is
Yeah.
millions. That is the biggest channel in South Africa, right?
I think it is.
Yeah, it's the biggest channel in the country by a mile. So that's some pretty good airplay.
Yeah.
Sorry. So I'm a bit more curious. Sorry about this whole, being. What perspectives have changed for you about, South Africa or maybe Africa since you've been here? Or in fact, let me ask you this question: What were the most surprising things or unexpected things that?
I just feel like how loose everything is. Like
Okay.
I'm used to like in the US, everything's so strict.
Okay.
Here, everything's loose. Y'all can drive with no seatbelt on. You got people driving in the back of trucks, like you know what I'm saying? Like
You mean people sitting at the back?
sitting in the back just riding, and people just drive any type of way. You'll see a taxi do a complete U-turn at a four-way. Like I don't know. So everything is just more loose here. I don't know how to explain it. So that was very surprising. I feel like when I first got here, like the opposite side, driving on the opposite side.
Yeah, that can be freaky.
Yeah, I was so confused. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. Because I was going to the wrong way, and then my Ubers, I was like, no, this side. And then, I don't know. I feel like the party culture is a little bit different as well.
In what way?
Y'all party every day. I don't know if it's because I'm from Louisville. We only party on the weekends, but nah, it's every single day. I mean, that's probably like some Miami or Las Vegas.
Who are you hanging out with?
Maybe because I'm not in Las Vegas or Miami or I don't know, but every day.
Yeah. Okay. Which days are your favorite days
to party?
Yeah. That feel like okay, these are good days.
The crazy thing is, a Sunday could feel like a Friday or Saturday here. That's the crazy thing. Probably a Thursday night or a Saturday night for sure.
Yeah.
Any night, I don't know. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They all feel the same at this point.
So, and is that specifically in Joburg or Cape Town, where it feels that way?
I feel like people underestimate Cape Town.
Okay.
Like when it comes to partying, they underestimate Cape. Because I've been in Joburg for the longest, and then it was like Cape Town is more chill. Nah, Cape Town be partying too.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's so underrated. Like they underestimate it. So.
No, they really do.
Yeah.
So how long were you in Joburg for?
So that was the first place I actually went to last December. I was in Joburg for the whole of December. And when I came back, I was there for a couple of days before I came here. Then I went from June, I went to Durban. And then July, August, September, I was in Joburg. September, October, I was in Joburg or something like that.
Durban.
No, I was in Joburg. Oh, yeah, I went to Durban for a little
you said
bit.
Durban. What are you doing in Durban?
I went for Durban July.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, was that during the pandemic? Was
no,
the
not
pandemic
this year.
still around?
Not last year, no.
Okay, no.
I think it was the first time they had it since the...
Oh, you're right. Since the pandemic, you're right.
But it was nice.
Oh, yeah? What was nice about it?
Everything. Like I thought that we was going to go for the horse... Because in Louisville, we actually have like it's called the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah. It's a very famous...
That's kind of what I was comparing it to. But nah, y'all not even worried about the race. Ain't nobody was watching the horse. I go in and I'm following somebody. We bypassed the whole track. We didn't even stop to look at the horses run. We went straight to they call them
marquees.
Marquees, yeah. So we went to a marquee and then like they had the artists come and perform and stuff. It was nice. It was really nice. But look, y'all wasn't worried about the horses. Y'all was ready to drink and party. Like I said, every day drinking and partying.
You know, and I must confess that I'm definitely one of those people who've gone, to horse races and not seen a single horse.
That's wild.
Or the polo, you go to the polo, don't watch a single match.
None of it.
So this is very,
See,
this sounds very normal to me.
In Louisville, like that's the main thing. Like everybody can't wait until the race because everybody got money on it. Like everybody would put a lot of money on it. So they can't wait until the race. Then after the race is over, like you'll go to after parties and stuff.
Yeah,
but there's no party during it. Like y'all party during it. Y'all ain't nobody even worried about it.
No, because it is about a party. So South Africa is a bit of a party. I wonder if you were in a mostly white neighborhood or in this back home.
No.
black white neighborhood.
It's a black neighborhood.
It's a black neighborhood.
Yeah, 600 rounds was shot a couple weeks ago.
What?
600 rounds, like gunshots. Yes.
What do you mean?
Like 600 rounds, just people shooting at each other.
Good.
I don't know for what, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Imagine nobody even got hit. Nobody even got shot.
That's a relief.
That's a relief, right?
Gee,
They got no aid.
Wow. So just like
that, yeah.
Okay, but why? Do you know why?
No, just I don't know.
Because
gangs, I don't know.
I don't know why. I when I think about Kentucky, I think of this like slow, quiet, and now.
But not in Louisville though. Certain parts of Louisville, there's like your white area of Louisville, and then there's like your middle area, then there's the black area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And school? How was school? How is school in our school when you were there?
School was smooth, yeah. Like it was because it was more like mixed. Like I didn't go to like one of those schools. My mom wouldn't let, so I went to a different school.
What do you mean one of those schools?
Like I didn't go to an all black school where it was like it was rough. I didn't go to a rough school.
Okay.
Usually the all black school is a little rough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it's funny because even here it feels like, well, in some places you can have, I mean, years ago, I used to do like a thing called Come and Play. And it was a government run project. And we would go to different high schools. And I think I went to about 110 schools in the Western Cape. 110 schools.
To do what?
No, we were trying to. It was this underprivileged communities. That's what they used to call them, the schools, and teaching life skills and all sorts of things. And
you were going to the schools to teach.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I was going to these schools, to do this. And funny enough, the first time I actually appeared on television in my entire life,
really?
I was busy painting a classroom. And while I was busy painting this classroom, we had this helicopter. And it sounded like it was not good. Whatever was happening, ran out of the classroom, and you saw this helicopter's like spinning. And it lands on the grounds of the school. And, well, it doesn't land, it crashes. And so but just before it touches down, the pilot jumps out. Okay. Oh, can you do this, by the way? It's a very South African thing. I want to tell you a story. It's so funny when I'm
talking, like that hurts.
Can I tell you the funniest thing is like whenever I'm in the States and you're telling a story and I do it instinctively. I don't even think about it. I'll be like, and then we went. People are like, whoa, what was that?
That when I seen somebody do something like this.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, I can't do that either.
Yeah, it's a very South African. Maybe African, I don't know. And so this guy let us look. I'm doing this thing. So he jumps out of just before it lands. He jumps out of the helicopter, the pilot. And then there's another person, the passenger in there, right? And then he runs away. And I think he's feeling guilty because now we're watching. He doesn't know whether to go back for the passenger. And then
he left the passenger in there. The passenger didn't jump out.
Yeah. And then eventually he runs out and he unplugs in the seatbelt. And the guy's bleeding. And in 10 minutes, they were like the news. The news was right there. And so they're asking us questions about what happened.
Yeah.
And listen, I happen to be one of the people who's being interviewed.
On the news.
So apparently, I'm told that like while I was being interviewed, I was like smiling like this. Oh my goodness, I saw this helicopter. It was, and then it crashed, and then this guy jumps on and it was bleeding everywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's Come and Play, and there's kinds of, but also the schools were, as I digress.
That was the last thing you was expecting that day. I know.
I know the last thing. So and the schools that school actually was quite a rough one. They had turnstiles when you get into the school. So I don't know. When you go to
like a hotel,
it's like but those metal ones.
Okay, yeah.
And only one person at a time, so they would lock and come in. So that and. I remember going to one principal's office and the bullet holes in the principal's office. So you can get some schools, I think almost anywhere they can be pretty rough, which is quite sad because those kids are really trying to escape their situation.
Exactly.
But then now you go to school and it feels like prison. And
Because they got the
doesn't
metal
fail.
detectors and stuff when you go in, yeah.
You know, so that was, and because they happen to have been born and raised in a specific neighborhood, and that immediately means that their chances are diminished in life already. And I can imagine when you go to a school like that. I mean, that school was so hectic, guys. It was so bad. You walk into that school during lunchtime or break. Because when I was thinking about my school, is that would play in the field. These kids couldn't play in the field. They would lock the entire school. You know, the quad in school, when you have those quads in school, the entire school would be sitting in that small quad. And I was like, no, man.
Because they didn't want, or they wouldn't allow them to go?
They wanted to go out, but also they were afraid of the gang-related activity that happened outside the school.
I see.
So
they kind of wanted to keep them safe as well.
Yeah, they were trying to keep them safe. And so when you say rough, you know, in Louisville.
Yeah, Louisville.
Yeah,
Louisville. Yeah.
Louisville. I can't get
almost like
right.
L-O-O.
Louisville. Oh, Louisville.
Yeah.
Okay, Louisville. So when you say rough, like how rough is rough?
So basically, they had metal detectors to go into school just for safety. I didn't really go to the school, so I just know they have like metal detectors and stuff to go, you know what I'm saying, to get into schools. And then like it's just in a bad like area, like bad neighborhoods surrounding it and things like that. So there, of course, there's a lot of gang activity that's around the school and stuff like that.
And then when if was everyone else in your neighborhood going to that school and you were going to?
No, I wouldn't say that. So like it was just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like,
because you're saying that like you went to like
I went to a different school.
A different school.
But the thing is, I went to a different school because my mom worked in a different area. So when my mom went to work, she dropped me off at so-and-so's house, and then I went to school with them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
And I think what you have to do is you have to use a certain address, which they caught on to my situation. I actually told on myself because I didn't even know. So when I was young, they called me to the office, and it was like, "Where do you live?" And I was like, "What you mean? I live in so-and-so." They was like, "No, you don't. Stop lying to us." And then, I got caught up. So then I had to leave that school, and then we had to figure out something else. Yeah.
So because if you come from a certain
if you live in a certain area, you have to go to that school in that area. But I was going to a different school outside of my district.
Yeah. That's
so they figured out that I was lying.
It's actually quite a way of trying to keep people down.
Exactly.
Black people.
Exactly.
Because they know that they're not trying to improve the schools that the black kids are at.
Exactly.
And therefore, that's why you have to stay in your area, in your district.
It's called gentrifying, right? Is that what it is? Is that the word?
Institutionalized racism.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. That's exactly what that was. I mean, I don't know, the history of South Africa, but they were spending 8 times more money on a white child than they were spending on a black child's education. And
that's the thing too. Yeah. Like those rough schools, they got the old textbooks. Like they have old stuff. You know what I mean? And then all the good schools, they get all the new stuff.
Yeah.
They even give them laptops, things like that. So that's kind of how it is as well. Man.
And then so when you were, after school, and in your neighborhood, did you feel like you were? I don't know.
I was out. So what my mom did with me, she put me into sports. So, like, that's all I did. Like, after school, like, I had basketball practice, went home, ate, slept, did homework, whatever. It was like a routine of that. If I was in the neighborhood, I was always, like, just playing basketball or something like that. Like, I wasn't really into the other stuff.
So you went because you're so busy with all the other stuff.
Exactly.
And weekends?
I don't know. I guess I'd just be outside playing basketball or something, playing video games at home or something.
Okay, so you never managed to get caught up in whatever could have
been that.
And no one looked at you and said, "Yo, like, who do you think you are?" Oh, okay, okay, all right. Yeah. And then what I really wanted to actually ask you as well is, have you experienced racism in South Africa? Observed it?
I just feel like, I wouldn't say I've experienced racism. I feel like I've been on the upper hand of racism. Like, I feel like I've, like, because I'm, like, they realize I'm American, they'll do or act a certain type of way because I'm American. Or, like, I've seen that maybe a white person would get treated a certain type of way, like at a restaurant or something, because they feel like, oh, these people, they might have more money than these people over here or something like that. Like, it hasn't been like direct racism, but it's just been like instances like that where I can see, you know what I'm saying, some favoritism.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And be honest now, let me take my glasses off.
Okay.
Do you get some favoritism with the women too?
Yeah, I feel like I do. A little bit. A little bit. A little bit.
Oh, no.
I just feel like they might be a little curious.
Okay.
That's what it is.
So when you say curious, what do you mean?
Like they just never maybe been with an American guy before. You know,
Okay.
So they just curious to know, like, yeah, things. I don't know. They just want to have conversations, you know? Yeah.
Okay. To see if you're different.
Yeah.
That you are. There's a verse in the Bible where Jesus says a prophet is not welcome in his hometown. So as you are not South African,
right? And
you are not in your hometown, so you are appreciated because you're not in your hometown, right? So that's the difference.
Definitely.
But I have a sneaking suspicion though that if like I went to Louisville, that I would not be appreciated. That's interesting. Can I tell you what I found in the States when I've been there is, and I'm not saying this is true, I'm just saying the experience that I've had is the African American women tend to have a slight disinterest the moment they hear that you're from Africa.
Really?
Yes. There's a bit of like, oh, okay, you're from, okay. And then there are those who maybe know a little bit more, you know, about the country, and then they'll be curious. Yeah. And then
that's the thing, you got to meet the right one.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, one of the first encounters I had was that I was shopping somewhere, and then the lady, she says, it was in Atlanta, and she says, oh, that's a great accent. Where are you from? I was like, I'm from South Africa. She's like, oh, Steve Biko and Nelson Mandela. And I was like, the fact that she threw out Steve Biko first, I was like, oh,
she knows something. She knows something.
And she really struck a conversation. Yeah. You know, she wanted to have a conversation. But what you don't get that with a lot of people. So like the disinterest is almost, and I don't even think they realize they are being disinterested at that moment, which I found very interesting, you know? Yeah. Which I don't know if it's just me, but that's literally what I observed. Yeah. When I've been there.
Hey, look, I don't know nothing about it, so, but hey.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah, African American women, y'all gotta do better. Y'all gotta do better.
So your friends, what do they ask you, like how you doing here?
They want to come out here.
Oh yeah, of course. I think like if I see all the things that you're talking about when you're showing the lifestyle, I don't want to come too.
Yeah, they want to come. So
and are they surprised by what they see?
They haven't really told me, but I feel like they are. That's why they want to come, because like they haven't really told me, but I just don't feel like they they really had an opinion about it. Like they really didn't even think about it until they seen, and they're like, "Oh shoot, I want to come to South Africa. I want to see more." Like, so I feel like it was something that they didn't have an opinion on until they seen it on my feed or on my YouTube.
And your American audience. So I'm assuming it's smaller than South African audience.
I mean, it's definitely smaller now, I think.
Okay.
But the surprising thing is, like, I've met some people here that come from America that are subscribed to my channel a few times actually here in Cape Town. One over at Pizzo's Kitchen. One named Charles who actually hit me up yesterday. He's going to be here until February. Shout out to Charles, by the way.
What's up, Charles?
Yeah, what's up, Charles? And then there was another one that I met at Boho Cheek, and he was from Atlanta. I can't think of his name, but yeah, there's been some that's been from America that's recognized me and know who I am, and it's like, yo, I'm here because of you, blah, blah, blah. You inspire me, blah, 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 all this. So it's nice to meet those people that, you know what I'm saying, that I'm touching in America that wants that, you know what I'm saying, that's coming here in South Africa.
Yeah, because I do think you probably doing more than you think you are.
I think so too. Because like I get very surprised when I meet these people here in Cape Town.
for me, what I think is there like maybe this is a very deep question. I hope it's not as deep as it's gonna seem. Do you think that you are discovering like a thing, that is for you, or discovering like a purpose, or you feel like you're going towards something by being here, or maybe something that you have to do because of where you're from, like in the States, and especially meeting people who are like, I actually came here because I see what you've said about this country,
Yeah.
and the fact that actually it's better than maybe I thought it could be.
For sure. I feel like, I don't know. Like, I feel like this could be my purpose, but I feel like there's more to it as well. I feel like I'm kind of just going through this path of different stops, if that makes sense. So, like, I feel like when I first started YouTube, I was doing the reactions and stuff, and now you go on YouTube, you'll see a lot of African Americans doing the same thing now. So that was one thing. Now you're seeing a lot more African Americans coming to South Africa and visiting Cape Town and things like that. That's one thing. So I feel like it's just like a journey that I'm going on. I feel like, yeah, it is my purpose, but I feel like there's more. There's going to be definitely more.
Yeah, because I do think that like, our journeys and purposes, I don't think we have one.
Right, yeah.
I think it changes over time, and, it evolves.
For
and
sure.
your, I lost my train of thought now. But you're asking about load shedding. So, yeah. So, your first experience with the great darkness, load shedding.
So when I first got here in December, I didn't even experience load shedding at all. Like, I was here for the whole month of December last year, then hit with one load shedding. Like, load shedding wasn't even a thing.
So 2022.
Two. No.
2021.
21.
Okay,
Actually, it was during the pandemic, which is the craziest thing. Like, I got my flight, I booked my ticket, and then Omicron popped up. And I was like, nah, I can't go.
I think I caught that.
I was like, I did too. I was like, nah, I can't go. Can't go. I'm scared to death. So I canceled my flight. And then the next day I rebooked it. I was like, nah, I'm going. So I actually came, and then I was in Joburg for the whole month. Went to a crazy party called Tanzania, caught the Omicron, came to Cape Town, was sick for a whole week, stayed in my hotel. That whole time I was here, I never witnessed load shedding.
Yeah.
Came back in April, didn't witness load shedding for a little bit, and then I came here in Cape Town, and all of a sudden all the lights went out at night. And I was like, did this lady not pay her light bill? I was so confused because I never expected load shedding because I heard y'all talk about it. I was like, nah, ain't no load shedding. I never get that. So I was like, did this lady pay the light bill here? Why are the lights off? And then this light is on. This light just turned on. I was like, I'm so confused. Ain't nothing else in here turning on, but this light is on. Well, how is this light on and nothing else in here on? So it was a load shedding light, apparently, and it was running off, it was charging. And I was just so confused. So that was the first time I ever witnessed load shedding, and like, it was just a surprise because it was the middle of the night and I could hear it, like it just said zoom,
It does.
and then that light turned on. I was just like, what in the world? So
it's interesting. Is like even for us, it's still a surprise. It's because I mean it really shouldn't be happening.
And for me now, I'm preparing for it. I'm charging everything, my phone, computer, making sure everything's charged because we done had like stage 6.
Yeah.
And that's 4 hours, 3 times a day.
Yeah. I mean, I always hate to brag, but I never get.
Oh, you got a generator?
No, I don't have a generator.
Where you stay?
Yeah, I stay. I think that. I think that this. The.
Whatever the area that is.
I think that people are like, Khaya stays there. Yeah. He's a very important person who can't afford to have load shedding for him.
Even the people in the parliament areas get load shedding.
Yeah, no, my neighborhood doesn't get load shedding. I'm not going to say what it is because others, the rent is already expensive. It's going to go up again if I say what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not saying. I'm keeping it secret.
Yeah, you got to. 'Cause
Yeah.
look, I'm gonna be there. Pizzo gonna be there. Like, we all gonna be moving in that neighborhood.
So literally, I promise you, like the restaurants around the neighborhood, nothing ever gets load shedding over there. And then so what has been your so what did
Sorry.
no, it's all good. Um, so what has been your like? What do you think you are learning about yourself having left home and come here?
I feel like I adapt quick. I've learned that very, very fast. I adapt quick and I learn quickly. And I meet friends quickly too. I don't know. Like, I've learned all those things about myself, even though I feel like I already had those qualities. But going into another country, it made me realize, yo, like, I really got these qualities. Cause like, I come to another country where I don't know anybody. Then I meet people and I got friends like Pizzo and Tapello and all these people that I'm with all the time. It's like, yo, I'm in a whole nother country and I got people that I can call brothers and stuff. And so like, yeah, it's been a learning my
But and also like
strengths.
Because I'm a very cautious person, right? And naturally, and what causes you like how do you think you? Because I wouldn't be that trusting.
Yeah,
You know,
I think that too. I'm really
are you quite
trusted as well.
trusting? Yeah.
I am.
And do you find that works out for you? So that
Sometimes it
quality
doesn't.
is
Sometimes
okay.
it doesn't. Yeah, it could be a positive and a negative for sure. So like, there's been times where I've met people here that I was too trusting, and and I've been in other situations, but it's been a positive and a negative for me about trusting and stuff like that for sure.
And mostly
Positive though. Mostly
Okay.
positive. Yes.
okay. And how do you describe South Africans? I know we're not the same, all right? And there is.
I feel like it depends on what province you're in. In Joburg, they all business. Don't here.
Really?
Here, I feel like you can actually make friends or whatever. More people are more genuine, but in Joburg, nah, forget that. Friends out the window. You just there for business.
Really?
That's how I feel. That's how I look at Joburg.
It's so funny because I find that I made friends a lot easier in Joburg than I have in
So
Cape
I've
Town.
definitely made friends a lot easier.
Yeah.
It's definitely easy to make friends, but can you trust? Like, are they trustworthy friends?
Really?
Yeah.
That is very interesting.
Yeah.
Can you talk about those other situations you said? You said the ones where you were too trusting.
The trusting ones.
Yeah. So what happened? Can you give it like an example and say that like when you were being too?
Yeah.
Like,
So when I
Mm.
first got back from Durban, July, I went to Joburg, and I was supposed to be doing a hosting gig at Zone 6. I don't want to tell the story. Never mind. It's too much. It pisses me off thinking about it.
Okay. So they didn't pay you.
Uh,
They did not pay you.
the thing is, they paid me, but I used the money because they took me to a club, right? And we went to the club and they left. So I was left with the bill.
Oh.
So now I'm in the back fighting with the security and the manager of the place because I'm like, I'm not paying for this bill because you know what I'm saying? Like, I got invited here.
Yeah.
I didn't order any of this stuff.
Yeah.
I never once said, can I get,
Yeah.
no.
So they ordered and left.
Ordered and left.
Drank and left.
So I was left with the bill.
Did you have to pay the bill?
I had to pay.
And did you get in touch with them?
They said they was going to pay me back and they never did.
And they never did. Who are they? Name and shame.
They know who they are, but they
Oh man.
never paid me back. So
That is not cool.
it's not cool.
Ah,
at all.
that is not cool.
So that was a time where I was very trusting because I had this Zone 6 gig and I was very excited about it. You know what I'm saying? It was actually the night before the actual hosting is the night that we went to, or how was it? How did it work out? No, I did the hosting and then the next night we went out, I think. And then I actually had ended up paying. I don't remember how it went. Something like that. Yeah. So
Okay. Yeah. How much was the
I
bill?
think it was like 6,000, 7,000 rand.
Yeah. No.
I think it was some couple of shishas, Jaeger.
Mhm.
Was it? I think it was Henny. I think it was Henny, Jaeger, and a couple of shishas and some Red Bulls and stuff.
And they all just left.
And all left. Might have been
Man.
some champagne too. It was at Monarch. I'm spitting all types of information, y'all.
No, but yeah, it's the people invited you there.
Yes, yes.
That is crazy. That
And
is
to this day, they
crazy.
still want to collab. I'm like, nah, I ain't, nah.
This is what the one I hang out.
Yes, they was like, look, man, I'm so and so and so. Like, we do another gig, I pay you back. Blah blah. Blah. I'm like, no, so we good. We good, man. We good. So,
Oh man. Okay.
but
Yeah, but and then obviously the it's like those ones were nice. Were kind to you, have been very.
or it's been people wasting my time. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't got time to be wasting my time.
Yeah, I suppose it can't be coming to
Yes.
another country and
And
just
wasting
having
my time.
Yeah.
And,
So what do you think? What drives you? What is the thing that is making you
that
so
motivate
driven? Yeah.
Just the feedback that I get. You know what I'm saying? My family support, my audience support, and just to keep going, just to keep creating content. I love to create content. Like, I love to entertain. I love to make, you know what I'm saying, make YouTube videos and things like that. And now I'm doing music. It's something that's very, very new to me. It was my first time ever in the studio. Is when I made Kuzo Bamnani, but I feel like that's something that I can continue to get better at as well. So just trying new things, and my audience and my family is
Okay.
what drives me.
And your family, the bravery, to step out
Definitely.
and go to another country.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure if you said, "Oh, I'm going to the UK,"
That's what everyone thinks now.
oh, if I'm going to Australia,
definitely not.
You should have been like, okay, that's
Nah.
okay.
Well, I don't know why people think that. Nah, definitely not.
I'm so, but how do they? Because like, where do you think you got the chutzpah,
The bravery.
yeah?
It's just how I was brought up. My mom, like, I don't know. There was times where I was a kid where I was just go down the street and my mom didn't know where I was, and she'll call the cops because she thought I was gone. Like, there's been plenty of times where she called the cops because she thought I ran away, or she thought but I was just over a friend, so I just forgot to tell her or something. So I was very like a by myself, just do my own thing type kid. So
Okay.
I guess as I grew up, it was the same thing.
Okay, and
Yeah.
so she did not try to restrict you too much.
Exactly.
She gave you the freedom.
She gave me the
to-
freedom, yeah. Because I always came back home regardless.
Okay.
Even though she called the cops, like, I still end up home somehow. Yeah.
And so I also saw that you took a taxi for the first time. How was that?
It wasn't what I was expecting. I thought it was good because people are saying it was so rough to take a taxi. Maybe because I was in Cape Town. I didn't take it in Joburg or Soweto or something, but it wasn't that bad. It was nice. They was bumping some home music.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
it's
you got it
nice.
right. You got it right.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, what plans do you have?
To make more music. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah.
Genre?
I'm a piano. Right
Okay.
now. Yeah. I'm sticking to I'm a piano right now.
Okay.
For sure.
What is it about piano?
I like
for you?
it a lot. I like it. It's just the vibe,
What do you do?
the sound.
But what about the fact that you say that Gom is your favorite genre?
It is. I don't know. I
do you
can't see
wanna
myself making home because it's just like I don't know. It's just a vibe. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's just something I like listening to. But I'm a piano. It just seems more like a genre that I feel like I could do.
Yeah, it's a bit more chill.
Yeah.
Vibes and
I just feel like they just say random stuff and it's just a nice beat.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. And any ideas about collaborations?
So I actually reached out to the people who made Paris.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, they actually got back to me today, so I'm waiting on a response.
Okay.
So I'm hoping to see what we can do. Yeah.
The producers and
All of them.
all of them.
We need.
Okay,
I
wow.
want all of them.
Oh
Yeah, I
wow,
want all of them.
that
so
is
we'll see.
fantastic.
We'll see.
No, that is fantastic.
For sure. So hopefully, I'm gonna be in Joburg from this time 30th to I don't know when. So hopefully they get back, and then after the week after, I have a track with Paris or the Paris people out for y'all. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you think that the genre is going to do in the States?
I feel like it's
I know
gonna pick up quick. It
it is
going
picking
like
up. You
this.
can see, yeah.
I feel like it'll do really good. I feel like what makes it hard for Americans to catch on is because of the different languages, the language barrier. But I feel like once a piano maybe gets a little bit more English into it,
Yeah.
and then somehow we got to get the white people in there, because that's what hip hop, all that. That's who buys it all. That's the audience. You see any concert, you gonna see all white people.
That's true.
Coachella, all that. You gonna see all white people. So if we get the white people in it, it'll be over.
And that's because also what I've also noticed though as well. If you watching all the TikTok videos when people are dancing to Amapiano, it's when you have these white people or white girls and all the dancing.
Yeah.
For some reason, their videos seem to have like more views.
The perfect example I'm gonna give you, Kostatich.
Yeah.
Perfect example. You see him compared to any other Amapiano artist. He's international. He's going to Australia. He's going to Dubai. He's going to all these places.
Yeah.
It's because he's white and he speaks Zulu.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? So like that's the perfect example right there.
Yeah. So are you going to be incorporating a bit of English to your Mapiano?
Definitely.
If you're saying that?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
And
Now
I'm gonna keep it doing a little Zulu as well.
Okay. Yeah. What about Xhosa?
I'll try for you. I'll try this. For you, I'll try a little Xhosa.
But you say, you got it right then, Xhosa.
Yeah. I had to get that one right. There was too many of y'all out here in Cape Town for me not to get that right. Like, y'all corrected me real quick.
You know what? There are lots of people who've been born here who can't say it.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all
They'll say
corrected me real quick.
Koza. They'll say Koza.
Yeah, nah.
And that's
most of women ain't having that. They're not having you saying that. So yeah.
Yeah.
But,
is there anything that I might have?
I'm just curious about Kuzama Mnandi. What really inspired that in terms of like, were you in the club?
No, so it was. So I was in the studio and we was just chilling. It was all drunk.
Sorry, let me, in case that didn't come through. So it's like, what attracted you to? Why did you create Kuzama Mnandi? Yeah.
The saying, I didn't even know what it meant. I didn't even know what it was. But
wait, so you did okay?
I didn't even know what it meant. I didn't know what it was. So it was just in the studio. We was just messing around. We was listening to the beats, but we was going out afterwards.
Yeah.
And then one of the people, they was like, Kuzobam Nandi Namkla?
Namhlanje.
I didn't know what that, but I was like, nah, take that out. I don't even know what that means. I was like, Kuzobam Nandi, I like that. And the beat was playing, I was like, but I think I was saying it wrong.
Yeah.
And it was like, it actually sounds dope. So then it came together like that. Because we was going to the club and they was talking, they was saying, Kuzobam Nandi. What is it? It means it's going to be lit tonight. So that's what they was, I think he was telling someone that.
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, that's what this song sounds
like.
Okay,
so when you, that's right. So when you heard someone say, Kuzobam Nandi Namhlanje, it sounded like a great thing, even though you don't know what it meant.
I didn't know, but it sounded nice song with the beat that was playing.
Yeah.
The Kuzobam Nandi, the beat of the song was playing. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that sound like that'll go. But at first it was just Kuzobam Nandi Namkla or
Namhlanje.
Yes, and I was like, nah, I can't say that word. Take that out. So then it was just like Kuzobam Nandi. So that's how that came.
That is fantastic. Oh, I love that. And then you definitely gonna do more.
Definitely, yes.
All right, no.
Because that was like I said, it was my first time in the studio. I didn't know. I was nervous. You know what I'm saying? Once you get right here with the mic, it's like a nervous feeling because I don't know. That was my first time ever doing it. I think it's when I first picked up a camera to do YouTube. I was very nervous. I didn't know how to talk to the camera. So, but over time, I got comfortable, blah, blah, blah. I feel like that'd be the same way with music.
And so when you go to studio, you don't know what the beat is going to be? It's all,
now
you just
I do.
go
At the
and
time
then
I didn't because that was the first time. But now I do. I got the beats. They send the beats to me now. So now I can hear them and I know.
And then you go, okay, this is what I'm feeling.
Exactly.
Okay, wow. That's great. So the next big thing for you, like you said, actually I want to ask you about, because your first December was in 2021 and then in 2022.
Was my redemption.
What was your first December like?
I wasn't ready.
Okay, I want to explain to you. Tell me, what is it? I wasn't ready. What happened?
What
was happening? That I was like,
because I reacted to all this stuff. Y'all say y'all partied from so on to so on, and I just thought it was like y'all was just
talking.
Just talking, yeah. Nah. I came out here, y'all literally party every day. When I knew, so I get home, This is from I went to Lucas Raps. He had like an event with Sprite or something. I went home. I was just in my hoodie or whatever. Like I was chilled, and then I was playing a vlog with Teppo the barber, Casper Inuvest, and he was like, "Yo, we're going to Casper's tonight." I was like, "Cool." So I get my vlogging camera, got my hoodie on. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilled. Get there. We I think it was Innocence's birthday. I think it's his gardener's name, Innocent. It was his birthday. We were celebrating his birthday. We getting haircuts. We playing FIFA, eating. They all decided to go to a place called Tanzania afterwards. Mind you, I still got my hoodie on, all this. And I'm thinking, is this like sumo? Is this Montana? It's like a chill spot, like, you know, nothing too serious. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of like sumo, Montana. Lying to me. Yo, we get to the place. It's in like a big, I don't even know what you want to call it, like
It's a warehouse.
Warehouse type, yeah. And it's like super packed, like shoulder to shoulder. They telling me to hold my bag like this, make sure you got your phone and everything. I'm over here like, I'm already sweating. I still got my hoodie on.
Yeah.
It is like a packed house. Tell me why I didn't get out that mug until 8, 9 o'clock the next morning. Daylight. There was times where I was like, nah, I gotta go outside. Tempo, I'm ready to go. I can't even Uber. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I ain't got no connection. So I'm stuck. I'm partying, listening to I'm a piano from this to this. They didn't play no hip hop, no Afrobeat, just straight I'm a piano, house, whatever. The whole night. People on top of tables, falling off the table, getting up. People fighting, got their shirts off. They stopped, they hugging at one point. I'm like, yo, where do y'all got me at, bro? Aduele still playing all that.
Aduele.
Yes. The whole night. I get home, finally, went straight to sleep, slept until like the next day. I think it was a few days before I had to go to Cape Town, and I think I caught COVID or something because I couldn't move, I couldn't do nothing. I get to Cape Town, I got the snot, my eyes is glued shut, all these different, it was too much. So I wasn't prepared.
Yeah, no.
But this December,
I
came ready.
You know what? This is what I always say to people.
Yeah.
South Africa is the capital city of December. Official.
I seen.
I
was like, don't y'all work? What's
So-
going on?
So tell me, this December, your redemption year.
My redemption
What happened?
year.
Yeah.
Look, I went out
Yeah.
from this. I just remember December the 1st, like my phone got pickpocketed in Cape Town. But I still partied. I still had a good time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, okay.
My
No.
redemption year, yeah. Like none of the I stayed up till the next day, no problems. Did it a few times in a row, actually. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So, yeah.
okay. Oh, man.
Definitely when I went to Botswana. Botswana can party, by the way.
Yeah, you know Botswana parties.
Botswana party.
Yeah.
So when I went there, I feel like South Africa prepared me for that. It prepared me for that because when I went out there, I was up to the next day, a few days in a row.
Yeah, no, look, South Africa is, you need to
Different.
be ready, man.
Built
Like,
different.
it's like, if you don't want anyone to, talk to you about some surprise party, just switch your phone off.
This is.
And that's the only time you can fall asleep. Otherwise, if your phone is on,
You want to know when I knew y'all was different?
yeah.
So we'll stay up all night to the next day. I'll close my eyes. As soon as I close my eyes, somebody's waking me up with a beer in hand. I said, "Oh, there's no way. There's no way, y'all. I'm out of here. There's no way. Y'all can't be living like this." I wake up, the first thing I see is a Castle Lights. Ain't no breakfast being served. I ain't take a shower. I ain't even wiped the eye boogers out yet. That's how it is here, man. Yo.
Yeah, no, that's we party. No, we know. I think we party too hard. Is there
Really
such a thing
hard.
as partying too hard?
Yes.
Yes. Bang IP.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you so much. I
Hey,
think
I
we had
appreciate you as well.
I'm so glad I got to know you a little bit more, and it's hilarious that you responded to a video I made
That's
you
wild.
reacted to a video I made 14 years ago.
It's like a full-
well, you responded 2 years ago, which was 12 years ago. I mean, that's
That's
insane. And I was sitting here
And
having
you had
this great-
dreads then.
and I had
That was
dreads,
wild.
and now I feel like I'm starting over, this YouTube thing, and you're the pro, and I will be learning from you, all the tricks of the trade,
And I appreciate it.
No, thank you,
Nice,
and
nice.
thanks to Pizzo as well, reaching
Shout
out
out to
and
Pizzo's.
helping
Shout out
us.
to Pizzo's Kitchen, by the way. Open Tuesday through Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you come get your bride meat and pap.
All right, no, awesome. yeah. What am I doing?
Okay, can
Oh,
I
wait.
ask something? I don't know if it's allowed, right?
At the
What's,
end. Oh no, go do your thing.
what's next?
Last
The day.
match.
The merch. Yes.
So okay, yeah. Oh yeah. Plans. That's what I asked. So and then it said music. Okay. So
I'm sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
James mentioned the band.
I did.
Okay.
Which is something that I was really like, me and Pizzo spent the whole day, you know what I'm saying, getting merch together. But I do plan on coming out with some bags like these. With if you see my Music Mansa Mayne logo, the Music Mansa Mayne logo is going to be right here beside this Gucci. Or scratch the Gucci. Gucci ain't going to be there. But it's going to be this black leather right here, and it's going to be like an offset different color leather right here. It's going to be nice, y'all. It's going to be nice. So make sure. Oh, yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna be making this bag. What are those
Yeah.
bags called? What are those bags called? Do they have a name?
A satchel. Yeah.
A sling bag. Sling
Or
bag.
sling bag,
satchel.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, just like
Okay.
this. The black little thing right here is gonna have all the zippers. It's gonna have this as well, all this, and it's gonna have like the little Mansa Mayne logo engraved right here, with the little leather down here as well. So it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be
Okay.
nice.
Okay. When can I expect this?
So I'm gonna get the sample first. If you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll know when to expect it. But yeah, just subscribe, have your noties on, and yeah, y'all be informed.
Okay. Jeez, you're right. You are moving. You are making things happen.
Trying to,
Yeah.
trying to.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, that's
for sure.
inspiring. That's good, man.
I appreciate it.
Did you think that actually by now you'd be, let's say 2 years ago, 3 years, what did you, I know that I'd love to go there. Did you say just because it was a nice thing to say at the beginning, and then at some point you're like, actually, I really need to go, and then like, actually, I am going.
Yes.
So what is the progression?
that was exactly like the progression. At
Yeah.
first, I was like, I never even thought about coming here. Like I never even had that in mind. And then like once I was working when I was with my cousin, like y'all were inviting me here in the comment section. It was like, you need to come to South Africa. You need to come to South Africa. So I was like, yeah, I do. So I was telling I'm like, I'm going over there. Like I'm going. And then what happened? I think y'all were telling me I need to come during December. That's what happened. And December was coming. So I was like, this is my opportunity. I have my money saved up. December's right here. Ain't nothing gonna stop me. I'm going. I am going. So I think I actually quit my job. That same, I think it was September, I quit. So then I was really focused on my YouTube channel from towards the rest of September, November, and then December was the month. I was like, I'm going. So the beginning of December is when I booked and canceled and then booked again.
Yeah.
I actually came out here, but I would have never thought I'd have been this deep. Not even, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, visiting.
You're
but now I'm
deep
deep.
now. Yeah,
I'm
like,
deep.
yeah.
I'm deep now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So when was that December, which is not this one, because they closed the country on the 25th or the 26th of December. Yes. So you were
I
here.
was gone already.
Oh, you're gone.
So I actually got home Christmas Eve, 24th.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was supposed to leave earlier, but I caught COVID and I couldn't fly out. So I had to quarantine. I had to stay in my hotel until I passed my COVID test to be able to fly out.
So
that was stressful.
For me, I flew out on the 26th.
Oh, to go
just before they shut down the country.
To go to the States.
To the States, yeah. I left it there. You could, people were.
Dang, so I could have been stuck.
There was alcohol. You would have been stuck.
Oh my goodness.
You wouldn't be able to fly.
I was already stuck here because I couldn't leave because of my COVID test, and then I got it just in time.
So you left on the 23rd then.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And I got home
that's
on the
23rd. 3 days.
I missed it for 3 days.
3 days.
Yo, y'all don't know how happy I was when I got that passing test.
Yeah.
Because I was like, dang, I can't miss the Christmas with my family.
Yeah.
Tell me when I get home. And they was like, nah, you can't come. I couldn't go. They wouldn't let me come around them because I had COVID.
Wow.
So I did all that. Couldn't wait to get home. To come home and be like, nah, you can't come.
No, but
we'll deliver the presents to your door.
But But you wouldn't, if you were positive, you wouldn't have been able to fly, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
They didn't care about none of
That's-
it. The older folks. Didn't
Okay,
care
okay,
about
fair.
that. They was like,
fair.
nah, you still might have it.
Okay, that's
You still, you know,
the strong African variant. That's- Okay. Now, anyway, I know I've been saying thank you, but thank you, I really once again, and we'll be learning from you as well. This channel. But once before you leave, is there like a message that you want to leave behind? And
Definitely. As you can see by my journey, I just, you know what I'm saying, it was a very brave one, but I just stuck to my guts and, you know what I'm saying, I just kind of, how can I say this? I just kind of followed my heart. So I just want to tell my audience and, you know what I'm saying, everybody else watching, just follow your heart, follow your dreams, do what you want to do. If it's quitting that 9 to 5 to follow your passion, whatever it is, do it. You never know where you're going to be. Like me, I end up in South and I'm still here, knee deep, you know what I'm saying? So follow your dreams, follow your passions, and you never know what it's going to lead you to. So, yeah.
Thank you. We'll follow ours with leave your message.
Definitely,
Thank you.
definitely.
Thank you.